Is Ninja Misty back again with another Tier 7 duo, and today we are going to go into the resource recovery, which also is from the Halls of Power Part 2. You can see there you need to be between 111 and 149 CR with a suggested 121. Over 149, you get loot items only, and within the range, you're gonna get your marks of victory and your loot items. So let's take a look really quick at the feats. I think there are 4 feats for this particular duo. Halls of Power. There we go. Okay, so your first one is going to be Path Judgment, and basically you're going to run the duo 8 times, and depending if you're a hero or villain, on the hero side, Mr. Miracle is going to say, hey, I think you should go this way because Mother Box said so, and you're like, whatever, you're not the boss of me, I'm going this way. So you don't take his advice 8 times, and you will get that feat. The next one is going to be the Not Much of a Choice. This one, in the boss fight, there's going to be an ally of the boss that's kind of fighting around him. You want to allow him to absorb, it's kind of like the power type from the ally before you defeat him. So make sure if you're going for that feat that you don't kill the ads before Mantis has time to absorb that power, and you will get that feat. And the next one is Battle Disadvantage. You're gonna fight, it's kind of like the mini bosses as you go through. There's a Dreg Battle Master, and you want to defeat him without allowing him to gain his buff. So there'll be this little, I don't know what it is, some sort of third world technology, I guess, that pops up on the floor, and you or your duo partner has to grab it and take it to the designated spot before the Dreg Master gets over to it. And then the final one is going to be Rune Energy Crisis. Let's see, there we go. It's the same type of thing. You're going to be fighting this guy, and there's going to be a little ball of rune energy that's floating around him. You want to defeat him without allowing him to absorb the rune energy. So it's really not that difficult to get these feats, but just wanted to point those out to any of you guys that might not have gotten those yet, or you're just reaching this content and getting ready to start your wonderful journey. So speaking of starting our journey, let's queue up, and hopefully we won't have a long wait time. So let's give it a second and see. I'm live streaming this, you guys, to YouTube, so yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of downtime. Here, enjoy a nice view of the aquarium. Actually, the Halls of Power, the whole new Genesis content, I really enjoyed it. I think they did a good job with New Genesis. Let's see if we can go out there. I have to remember where I put all my teleporters. Oh, see, I knew as soon as I went to do something it would queue. It's the magic of DC. Okay guys, so we are inside of the resource recovery. I'm going to see if I need to repair.
I buy, sell, and repair equipment for the good of the Insect Empire.
After escaping Apocalypse, I never wanted to return. But we can't let Darkseid's agents get their hands on this ancient resource. No one deserves to live under his thumb, and I will fight to end his reign once and for all.
Now,
I can sync my mother box to one of these third world devices. Choose the one that you think will give us an edge.
They give you buffs. I think that's the tank buff, that's the healing buff, and this would be your power buff. So Quincy here decided to choose the tank buff, which works. And he's nice and powerful with quantum, so this should go quick and easy.
Mother Box is picking up something to the west, but I'll let you make the call.
Okay, and you can see there,
If you're sure this is the direction you want to go, I'm right behind you.
we chose the direction that Mr. Miracle was not suggesting. So maybe Quincy's working on his feet. So you're just gonna go through the hallways until you kind of get to the boss rooms. It's very similar. It's like when you're doing the Blue Lantern stuff with the, I can't remember her name. The one that always is doing her meditative pose. See, my brain is just somewhere else.
No ancient resource behind door number 2 either. At least that increases
this is the
our
Dread
odds for
Rune
the next
Master,
one.
so he's the one that you want to prevent from absorbing the rune energy if you're going for that feat. Which looks like would be not be an issue. If we were going for it on this run.
You know, if something happens to me down here, you might want to have someone else tell Barda. Maybe
so you can
Superman.
see, once again, like the League Hall duo, it gave me a 102 drop. I don't need any of this gear, so I will gladly take the Mark of Victory. There's an orange barrel in here if you need it. Mr. Miracle's going to travel along with you, giving you his super buff, hopefully. Clearly we don't need it. But at the time, if you're doing this at your level, it is nice to have that. Oops.
Careful.
Okay.
He may
This
be
is-
old, but
oh,
he
this
was
is me
once a
getting locked
powerful
out.
god.
This is the Dreg Battlemaster that you want to keep from absorbing his buff if you're going for that feat. And it looks like Quincy's burning him down so quickly that he's probably not even going to go into the animation. Nice. But what you do, you see these pads around the room, you kind of want to keep him away from those, so when he does start to activate on it, you can get him away, you can prevent him from absorbing it. What I tend to do is stand in front of him, and he'll kind of like wobble in front of you, and that makes it easier. It gives you a little more time for your duo partner to
I hope you're ready.
prevent him from getting
I
the
have a
buff
feeling
by
the next
taking
battle
the
won't be
little
easy.
technology or whatever it is onto the pad before he gets there. Okay, so here we're already at the final fight with Mantis, and you can see
Mantis?
his allies that are around
Give up.
him.
You're outmatched.
You'll need more than your little friends to
And it
stop
looks like
me,
this one, it
Mr.
would
Miracle.
be, he will
I
be absorbing
will take
ice
this
powers.
to Darkseid.
I know he can also absorb nature. Clearly there was an orange barrel that's in the corner if you happen to be in here and need that. This is going to be over right now. So we'll talk to Mr. Miracle.
Count
or
this as a
Quincy will
win
talk
for
to
the
Mr.
good
Miracle.
guys. This is one advantage Darkseid won't get his hands on. Thanks for all your help.
And thank you, Quincy. And that's pretty much it in a nutshell, guys. It's a quick run. It's a nice way to get marks, especially when you reach those high tiers and you're just trying to, find a place to go and get marks. I got plans off the final boss, which I already have, but I'll be able to sell that for cash. And got Mark of Triumph, I think 2 Marks of Triumph off of the other bosses. So that was it. Thank you for tuning in, and join me next time for another T7 duo here on DorkNinjaGaming. Thanks, guys. Bye.